Radical.
Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome to Radical Rapid Fire Cover Response for April the 5th through the 11th, 2021. Short comments, quick replies. Mongoose, I wish I could give you 7 subs all in one. I share your love for Bleach. I cannot wait for a 1,000-year blood war to be animated. There are some flaws with the arc that the anime can and hopefully will fix. Still an amazing arc. Also, Bleach filler is way better than most animes in my opinion, laugh out loud. I hated Naruto filler. There's a lot of bad animes. There's a lot of bad anime filler. But Bleach has some pretty decent filler. Remember the episode where they were all at the beach? That was kind of fun, you know? I mean, Bleach is a pretty long series, but it's not anything like Naruto or One Piece. There's some series I just can't mess with. They're way too long. I just don't have the time. But when it comes to Bleach, I just always make time to recheck out some of the fights. I mean, you know, I'll be talking about my love for Bleach sporadically here. Because you know why? Mongoose shares my love for it. And I will be talking about more anime in the future, you know, for Mongoose. It's what it's all about. That's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Delivering for your audience is what it's all about here on YouTube. Otherwise, what are you here for? Right? Well, I mean, you can make the argument that, well, okay, oh, but time's up. Next up, Warehouse Dave. Dragon View is a sweet game, but boy, is it pricey. Still much rarer than your average $100 to $150 SNES game. Call it a hidden gem. I didn't really pay anything for it. I mean, it's a ROM, you know. A lot of people don't like that, but oh well. You know, how much money I have saved by actually using ROMs on Nestbox. And my friends, it's all about saving money. If it's one thing I like to do here, you know, beyond all else, it's helping people and helping people save money. Now, whether that's telling people that they could, you know, get Nestbox and, you know, download some ROMs and everything to save hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. It's a big reason also, the main reason I speak out against e-beggars and e-begging on the platform, to help people save money. Lips Glamour Girl 298. Well, there was no I there, but I'm guessing that it's lips, okay? Personally, I feel like however you want to get to the money, just do so other than steal or kill, unless you're taking what's truly yours back and or defending oneself. Nothing wrong with being I ain't proud to beg regarding what you think you deserve within some means you feel. Yeah, I mean, that's how I feel. I'm too proud to beg. I'll always be too proud to beg on the platform. But you bring up how, you know, you don't feel like it's wrong to get to the money in any way other than not stealing or not killing. Which, if you stick around the channel, if you check out some of my other uploads, search up the uploads on beat 'em ups. And then you might feel differently about that, Lips Glamour Girl. Jamea Jarl. This guy is giving advice to someone far more successful in life than him while he plays video games. Laugh out loud. You left this comment on one of my Sticks, Hex, and Hammer uploads. And it's a weird thing. People come by and they claim that I'm not successful. How do you measure success is the question. Is it by dollar amount? Is it by worldly possessions? Is it by happiness? Is it by physical fitness? Now, I would wager a guess I'm far more successful in many respects than Sticks, Hex, and Hammer. You know, for instance, I mean, I'll just put it out there and everything, is I don't have the body of a little girl, for instance. You know, I work to keep myself in great shape. Now, I'm not huge, I'm not giant, you know, I don't have like the Hulk Hogan pythons. But you know what? I'm in great shape, and the ladies notice that. I'm kind of a trim slayer. Now, maybe if you look into our bank accounts, maybe he might have some more money. I don't know. I have several thousands in my bank account at any given time. So maybe he might have me on dollar amounts. But I mean, I own a lot of things. So if I want a lot of money tomorrow, I could sell a lot of my worldly possessions and get money if I wanted to. Money is not a worry concern with me, Jim A. Jarl. And that should be apparent in the fact that I don't e-beg. I don't accept donations online here. That's one thing that kind of flies over the head of many people. Like, if I need money and I'm not as successful, then why am I not e-begging like everyone else? Huh? MBK Silent. Aw, man, I busted something out. Okay. Way too much information. When you were like, I don't know, maybe you could get a job? Laugh out loud, all these YouTubers acting like making homemade videos is a job. Well, many people came by and they said, well, what he does is a job. He does things for money. That's a job. To me, having a job in a traditional sense is being employed somewhere. You can even be home, but be employed somewhere. Sticks, Axe, and Hammer 666, to my knowledge, is not employed anywhere. So he doesn't have a job. And I was trying to get the point that, instead of maybe begging your audience on YouTube for donations, which is what Patreon is, maybe possibly this guy could just go out and get a job. There's no shame in just getting a job and just admitting that you don't have the money to make ends meet. Like, just don't make it seem like you're enlightened and you're better than everybody else when you're not. If you're begging online for money, if you're taking in donations, Patreon is an e-beg. It is a beg. Let me remind everybody, it is a beg because you're asking people for donations online, for fuck's sake. Then how can you be in a position of power? Lawrence Dagstein. I want to see Tommy Tallarico versus Brock Lesnar. Let's see here. What, Brock Lesnar would get him in a Kimura? He'd be like, you can have a Founders Edition. You can have 2 Founders Editions. And then Brock would, break the hold. And then he would, let Tommy pin him because he would really want an amico like everybody else. Sean A. There's a lot of fakeness in rap. Tupac, for example, was not as gangster as the music made him seem. A guy that took ballet classes in high school. After his role in Juice, he just seemed to be stuck in characters of Bishop and couldn't get out of it. Ballet class? Tupac was in ballet class? That's pretty surprising to me. I bet if you look into history of a lot of these, hard gangster rappers, you would find a little softness. I would say the majority of gangster rappers, they just haven't lived that life. And they're playing fake characters. I guess it, does well for them. But I just, just ballet class, though? Like, I can't wrap my head around that. Great artist, though. Rest in peace, Pac. Rest in peace, Pac. Rest in peace, Pac. What are your favorite Tupac songs? There's a lot of great ones. Anime Wolf Gamer. The Nintendo versus creator situation that happened way back is such an awful look for many creators because the passion of protecting gamers from wasting money is such a sham used to shield themselves. Yes, the passion of protecting gamers from wasting money. Well, I talk about how often, you have a lot of these, YouTubers in bed with Nintendo that are not going to criticize Nintendo because they want to keep that special relationship and those partnerships, which is in conflict with a lot of things. Nintendo is not a great company in many respects. Look at, for instance, what they will do in overpricing for games. Super Mario 3D All-Stars, And, how can you look at something like that and really think that that's worth $60? And how can you really defend that? And beyond that, the stupid things they do with, not allowing you to even get the game past a certain amount, which drives up the market on it. And I don't know. We talked about, I think you left that comment on the Angry Joe situation with Nintendo for 2017. And segueing into that, Sean A., Angry Joe should consider a new name. He can't get angry anymore because he's now shilling for companies. Yeah, the weird thing is, and I pointed out how Angry Joe most likely, in all likelihood, cannot get angry anymore because he's now shilling for the companies. And it's a conflict. How can you get angry for companies you are actively, openly shilling for? I think that's going to be a bigger conversation. It's way beyond radical rapid fire response. So, Yeah. But yeah, I just don't. And just the fake angry, like I try to point that out. I point that out for years, and people just don't understand that, if you are a millionaire, it's tough for you to get fake angry in many respects. And people don't really understand that, but that is the fact. I guess you could make yourself be angry about things. But if you honestly believe that Angry Joe is completely passionate in his uploads and those angry rants are organic, then no, he's fake. He's playing a fake character. He's playing a fake angry character nowadays. GTV Japan. I'm kind of sad the nickname Angry Schmo never caught on. It's a good nickname. Angry Schmo. I will try to do my best to use that if I'm ever talking about Angry Schmo. Martyville. When talking about entitled, I would say Angry Joe is truly an entitled person. Has money, but has his fans buy him a system only to complain that he spent his own money to buy it but can't share footage from the game. Angry Joe is certainly an exceptional kind of human being. Yes, an exceptional kind of entitled individual. Now, it's entitled to actually expect donations, monetary or game donations from your YouTube audience. That's pretty entitled, right? Imagine if, you supposedly had friends, and then I use this example, you supposedly had friends, and you said they're your friends, yet you want games and donations from them. But it's not a two-way street. What are you doing for them? You're uploading uploads. No, but what are you really doing for them? But his fans bought him a Wii U. And back then, even at that time, I believe he was still a millionaire. So his fans bought a millionaire a Wii U. And that was enough right there. The fact that they bought him a Wii U to look at, criticize, and say, okay, what the fuck's going on here, dude? But to actually lie and say that, oh, Nintendo, I bought this Wii U, and, because I bought the Wii U and everything, you shouldn't be doing this to my uploads and everything. That's two different levels of entitled. 2 levels of entitled, as he might say. Handheld King. What do you think of the Retro Bro starting subscription on his channel? I thought he was an anti-e-bagger. Very odd. Seems like the Amiku is changing him quite a bit. I don't keep up with that one. I don't keep up with most of these people nowadays. I don't know. Unless it's something in particular that I find interesting or something that people drops and says, hey, you should really check this out. I don't keep up with a lot of it. I'm probably too busy slaying trim, to be perfectly honest. What I think about it, the fuck are you going to do? It seems here lately that there's a lot of people that visited this channel in the past, and I don't see them for a while. And then, they're flirting with taking donations. They're flirting with it. So it's kind of like, I don't know. How should I feel about it? How should I feel? These days, most people have the join because YouTube seems to be pushing that. And it's perfectly acceptable in most ways. So how should I feel about the Retro Bro starting subscriptions, taking donations from his fucking audience for uploading hobby videos? How should I feel about it? Should I be angry? Oh, wait, I'll be fake angry like Angry Joe. What's going on here? He's taking subscription. Should I be fucking angry about that? Or should I just kind of not give a fuck? I don't know. How should I be? How should I feel? Right? Hold on a second. My phone was blown up. Might be getting some in a couple hours. How should I feel? Leave it in the comment section. When I'm getting some trim in a couple hours, how should I feel about the Retro Bro becoming an e-bagger possibly? I don't think I really give much of a fuck, to be honest. Red Stratus 97. If you are making sympathy videos, then you are clearly e-begging. That's when it becomes less of a business and more of asking for a handout. Most of these YouTube channels are not businesses, no matter what their creator says. Might that be the defense from this person you bring up that I don't follow? I'm a business. Adjust their tie. I'm a business. Actually, I wouldn't care as much if a creator actually came out and said, you know what? I'm a business. This channel is for business purposes, and I want your money for business purposes. Actually, I might appreciate that more, because then you wouldn't get the sympathy donations. You wouldn't have this bullshit like, well, things are kind of tough and I got to turn on Join for the channel. No, just come out there and be like, it's a business. It's a business. It's a business. I have a business structure. I would have more respect if people just like said to people, it's a business, you know, and that way you wouldn't have the sympathy fucking aspect and connection to it. Right. If it's a business, how about this? Right. Don't tell us about your personal problems and issues in life and how you need money. If it's a business, okay, just let it be a business. Like they say if you say it's a business is what I'm saying, make it like an actual business, you know. But YouTube platform, the hobby videos, the sympathy, that's not business. That's playing on people's heartstrings to get their donations. Cause_tech. You can say Costech. Oh, okay. Costech. All right. You can say Costech without the underscore. In fact, you used to say that way in the past. One day you started saying the underscore. Okay, so you say it in the past. I used to say Costech, but then I made things more difficult than I needed to by using the underscore. Thought it was a slip up. Plus, your channel, you can do what you want with it. It is my channel. I can do whatever the fuck I want with it, you know? Like the first comment. If I wanted to mostly shift to talk about anime or Bleach, I could do that. If I wanted to shift and mostly talk about video games, I could do that. If I wanted to shift and talk about wrestling mostly, I could do that. There's so many things that I want to talk about that I never really got the chance years ago to talk about. And that's because at times there might be 2 uploads about maybe, you know, YouTuber A or B that was doing some shady stuff, and then there might be a wrestling upload, then there might be 2 more, then there might be an upload talking about something that happened on YouTube specifically or the platform, then there might be 3 uploads about somebody like an Angry Joe, and then another upload about me talking about something that happened in my life personally, or you know, and there's always going to be percentages of things. But you say, it's my channel, I can do what I want with it. The fact of the matter is I kind of bounce between, you know, caring and not caring, because I kind of sit down and admit to myself that, well, YouTube is kind of a drain on my resources. And even though I don't put a lot of resources into it, still kind of a drain on my resources and general happiness, you know? And right now, my happiness revolves around keeping myself in amazing shape, keeping myself mentally good and sharp so I can continue on this combo of slaying trim. You know, turns out if you make your Johnson happy, you're generally happy. You know, being a man's kind of simple, you know, happiness. For me anyways, right? For some guys it's like, fuck it, I'm going over. This is not going to be part of Radical Rapid Fire comment response because I'm going a little long for this one. So this is not. Okay? And I can do that because it's my fucking channel, right? I love that. Do what you want to do because it's your channel. I love that. I'm just going to actually, that might be my banner. I'm doing what I want to do because it's my fucking channel. Maybe I'll share stories about some of my trim conquest. Maybe I'll give tips on other people. I mean, it's really great. It is. Right? If you make your Johnson happy, then in turn, you become happier. Life's kind of simple when you think about it. We were constructed to eat and to bang and to sleep. That was our design. And I think we do so much to get out of the way of that and to try to find happiness in other realms. We were designed in a certain way as human beings. We can't escape how we were designed, you know?
Oi!